Got to talk to you about the stunts. They are absolutely awesome. Let's talk about the boat stunts first of all. Were you nervous doing that?
Yeah, a little bit, because the boat, when I realized, I mean, we were training and we were rehearsing all the fight, but in the studio, and on the day we had to go on the moving boat, but not just moving, but going really fast. I mean, the speed was ridiculous. It was really, really fast. I mean, they didn't fake it, you know? I thought maybe we can fake the speed and make it look like it's going fast, but actually not. No, it had to go really fast. So it was going really, it would turn abruptly right and left. So we were like shaking, you know, and it was throwing us left to the right. And the hard part was not to fall out of the boat. I'm not even talking about, you know, fighting and performing what we had to perform. It was really, really hard. And then we kept crushing into other boat, which was what we were supposed to do. But we had to stay inside and hold on. And that was, it was quite impressive.
Was that the moment you realised you were in a Bond movie?
Exactly, definitely. That was the moment.
And how did Daniel help you with that?
He was very encouraging and very supportive. He's just, you know, I would see, you know, before they say, okay, action, and he would say, okay, going again, and he would look at me. And I would see in his eyes that he's like going for it, you know. And when you see him, you know, when you see an actor who's, because we were both in the same boat, and I would see his, you know, determination, it would just give me more, you know, more inspiration to do it.
Which is wonderful, and it looks absolutely fabulous. I've also got to talk about when you went to Bedford and you went to do the skydiving there. Just tell me, I mean, it's an awesome facility, isn't it, there in Bedford?
But I didn't know it existed. I totally discovered a new thing. I absolutely loved it. I got so addicted to that thing. It was impossible to get me out of the tunnel. I mean, I wish I had a little bit of time while I'm in London to go, but there's no way. I mean, not this time, but I definitely want to go back. It was just, it's so thrilling. It's just amazing. And you fly, and of course, it's hard work. You don't just jump in, and you can't do it. You have to learn. But when you learn and when you realize, when you're able to do all these figures and like turn upside down in the air, it's such a, you know, it's so...
such a thrill, isn't it?
It's such a thrill. Oh, I loved it.
You're an adrenaline junkie now, aren't you?
I know. Yeah, it's actually, I actually never thought of myself as such. But actually, you know, when you know, the question is to know how to, you know, to know how to do it properly. And that's why the stunt team is very important, and they're present there, and they're very, very patient, and they teach you everything you can do. And it's amazing how, you know, certain things you even think you can't do or you're a little bit apprehensive of, and at the end, you still do it, and you know, that made me, for myself, it made me very proud of myself when I did like stunts on heights, which I don't like usually, and I ended up doing it.
Because you jumped from the balcony, didn't you?
Yes.
You're awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, when you look
quite
back,
high. I looked from the roof; it was so high, and in the beginning I couldn't do it, but I had to train with them, and they kept, you know, doing it with me and did it and showed me, and. You know, it was amazing. They were really patient.
Have you enjoyed this experience being on Bond?
Yes, of course.
And what do you think about the finished product?
Very impressive. I couldn't move. I was very, even though I participated in it, you know, there were so many scenes where I wasn't involved in, and I just, some action is just incredible. It looks so real.
It's breathtaking.
It's
very
fast
paced,
yeah,
isn't it?
I think I didn't breathe during the whole movie.
And would you class yourself as a Bond girl? You seem much more than that.
It's a different part. I think it's just a different type of a Bond girl. I think they've evolved, and they're not the same anymore.
And just describe what your character's going through throughout the film. It's very similar emotional turmoil and revenge that Daniel Craig's character's going through too.
Yeah, that's what connects them, the revenge and the pain, the loss of people they loved, the loss of people they're close to. And there's a moment in the movie where they realize, they speak about it, and they realize they're going into kind of the same direction. And that's what makes them closer, because in the beginning they're quite you know, everyone's on his own way, and they clash. It's not happening very well right away.
But there is a chemistry and there is a connection there.
Oh,
but
yeah,
no real love scene.
Well, they just never had time, because they were too busy going for all this, you know, for all these adventures, and just jumping in you know, in all these fights, getting the bad guys.
It's fantastic to meet you. Thank you very much for talking to me, and it's a fantastic film.
Thanks.